Hello, Aries. It is your Aries love forecast for August. I have already put the cards out only because I forgot to turn on the camera. So I did shuffle and I did pull them out one at a time as they popped out, as Spirit chose them. And instead of redoing the whole thing, I'm going to go with this spread for today. Usually you will always see me on camera pulling my cards, but it looked like such a great reading. I hated to put the deck back together and shuffle again. So here we go. We have the Rider-Waite deck, and I have done what I call a double Celtic. So that's 10 card spread and 20 because I do a double spread. Okay, so I'll explain the cards as we go. First of all, Aries, I want to look at your Moonology, which is sort of the mood of the month. Moonology, the moon is the subconscious mind. It's Cancerian energy, it's emotions, it's, the pull of the ocean, the tides, and so forth. So let's take a look and see what your energy is coming in for the month. Time to release negativity. And this is a full moon in Scorpio. So that's it's always great to release negativity. Pretty self-explanatory. So we'll see that as we go through the month. And then really sort of what you're really hoping to address during this month. What's on your mind? What's bothering you? What's on your mind? Okay. Oh, great. It says that you are good enough. We know that self-confidence really has a huge impact on relationships, what we feel that we have the right to ask for, what we feel we bring to the table. So it's really about self-esteem. Very important message, very healthy message, but to always remember that we're good enough, and that is an important aspect of having a healthy relationship. Okay, let's get started. So the first thing that I see, the situation as we enter the month for Aries in their love life is a new beginning. A new beginning. So we have the Fool card. That's a new beginning. That card means, it doesn't mean being foolish. The Fool card actually is the original card or the first card in the Tarot deck of 78. It speaks about a journey. The Fool card is the number 0. It speaks, if you look at the card, it looks like a young person off on an adventure. It's sort of like when you go off to college and you think you're bulletproof and you take your dog with you and the dog says, look out, look out, look out. You might step off the cliff. Be careful, be careful. And so a lot of you are starting either a new cycle in a current love relationship or you're actually out there beginning to look for a new relationship. The 7 of Cups card indicates a couple of things. It indicates confusion. It indicates 7 options or 7 choices that you'll be able to make. It is a card that's confusing. It's when we're confronted with a lot of choices. Sometimes we don't know what to do about a situation. Sometimes we don't know how to handle something, conflict. It can be choosing a new partner from 7. It also can be making the right choice of emotions or tools to bring to the table in a discussion about your love relationship if you're currently in one. And it also indicates, another note that I have here is when I see the 7 of Cups, sometimes I see people who drink too much. And so when we're out looking for a new partner, I would suggest that during the month of August that you be very aware of any drinking problems that there might be. Too much wine, drinking problem. Then we have codependency, we have dependency, and that actually removes a person's ability to have a loving relationship that's successful. So here we go. We're off to a new adventure for the month of August. Really great energy, really optimistic, a little bit scary, a little bit nerve-wracking, but overall quite good. Okay. Now, coming into the month, we also have been brooding. Okay, we get the brooding, or actually this is the Hermit card. It's a time that we go within and we think about all the aspects of what we want in our lives. We are searching for answers. We are looking for an illuminated path. And this particular month, it shows that the reason we're going within and the reason we're spending time alone, we're meditating, we're trying to feel good about ourselves, is this feeling of, boy, Love has been really rough. I feel as though I'm out there working my tail feathers off for this love relationship, and I feel pretty beaten up. It looks like there's been a lot of battles. This person has a bandage on their head. He looks really tired. He's exhausted. And he knows that he's going to go into battle at least one more time, because we have the Ten of Wands, that this is a very heavy burden, but it's a battle that must be won and is worth fighting. So that's a very important aspect of the relationship, because it says that there are issues going on right now that need to be addressed, and you're willing to address them. Very important aspect. For some of you, it would actually also mean that you're addressing, maybe for the first time, you haven't addressed it before, it's a new battle for you. You might be addressing or trying to address your concerns over a partner's drinking, perhaps maybe even medicines that they take that are legal, but worries and concerns you have over your partner. Okay, so let's look at that. Let's put those down and go to the next section. Okay, the basis of the reading, your concerns that you're bringing into the month, are pretty serious. It shows a death card, and the death card is a question that is hovering above your heart, basically. You know, should you end the relationship? Should you pull out? Should you go away? Should you start something new? Should you kill something off? Should you walk away? Should you stay in it? I love the death card from the standpoint that when maturity exists, we have the Emperor card. A mature decision is also to try to work through or renovate our relationships. This is Scorpio energy. So when we look at this, it also relates to Pluto, the planet Pluto in the zodiac. So when we look at the death card, it really isn't about people dying. It could be a relationship dying. However, it really is an energetic desire to replace something that isn't functioning with something new. So it might be replacing a car, for instance. It might be replacing a lover. It might be really trying to address issues in the relationship and renovate them. So if you want better communication, it shows that you try to use maturity, you try to really be rational and sort of masculine yang energy of being a good negotiator, speaking calmly, and trying to bring out the best in your partner. So this is very important. I am going to point out something else here that is sort of building up in the reading also, and we've seen it. I'm going to go back to this card of the Seven of Cups. I'm going to go up to the Fool card. I'm also going to go to the Battle card. This also suggests that there may be a lover or even someone, the patriarch of a family or the love relationship, masculine energy, that may have a drinking problem. There may be, not for everyone, but if it resonates with you, it's true, that there may be an intervention, that maybe there's drinking or behaviors, in this case it looks like substance of some sort, that may need to stop, and it may be interfering with the ability to communicate. It may be causing fights. It shows that a new beginning, a fresh start, rehab, that sort of thing is being suggested. So I just want to let you know it is an energy that's present here in the reading. So pay attention. If it applies to you, you'll want to give some serious thought and even get some advice from an expert, somebody who's in the industry, who's a sage, okay? So that's very interesting. It's I would pay close attention to that. Okay, so we have that. Okay, we have, put those cards back where they were. Okay, we have this and this and this. Okay, so also too, the Emperor card indicates that somebody in the relationship can be rigid. It indicates that they feel like they know everything, that there's nothing to consider anymore, that they are the expert. This energy is very protective energy. It's great masculine energy. It's, you know, somebody who would fight fiercely for anything that a family, a lover, you know, a loved one would need. But this energy can be both very fulfilling. He's a combination of all the kings, very successful, quiet, knows what he wants, typically this masculine energy, but sometimes a little rigid, sometimes feeling as though they've been appointed with the task of enforcing the rules. And since everyone's an adult in a love relationship, there should be no enforcer. So this energy can be a little bit stagnant. So just watch out for it. If you see it, you simply want to be aware of that energy. It is sexy though. All right. In the recent past, I'm getting the Temperance card. Temperance, once again, can suggest drinking less. It can suggest sobriety. It can suggest really balancing out the energies. Here with a child, this suggests that perhaps the Emperor or someone else in the relationship has a child that is not the child or is the child of the couple. So the love energy here is that there needs to be some sort of agreement in the dating environment, if you're dating and you haven't made a big commitment yet, to make decisions that are very sound and very mature about when the child would meet perhaps the other partner. This can also indicate time spent with children, family events, and so picnics and that sort of thing. But the Temperance card really indicates that there could be some stress around a child or children. And so it's something that you have to talk about, because especially as we date and we're older, we have grown children, we have small children, there are a lot of children coming to the relationship, that this can cause stress in the relationship. And rigidness will not serve us. And an authoritarian idea that's very sort of Lone Ranger-ish will not serve us. Really compromising, talking it through, saying what your goals are. What would you like to have as an experience for the children in situations in which everybody's present, and describe that. It's like planning a party. Make it nice and plan backwards on how to get to that nice. So that's what I would have to say about that. I think it's very important. All right, here's the energy. We have the Lovers card. This is an outcome. So for those of you who don't have a partner, you will have a partner. Sometime in August, you will meet a candidate that will most likely make a commitment. This is a commitment card. This is not a rolling around in the hay card. There's lots of cards in the tarot deck for that, but this is a commitment card. This is a soulmate card also. So it's a very happy, I love to see this, especially as one of the outcome cards for August, for all my Aries friends. It does show the Nine of Swords, so it does show stress. So this is a card that indicates a lot of worry. Somebody in the relationship is staying awake at night because they either want commitment, they can't get commitment, or they really are having worries about the relationship. And again, it can be children, it can be a lack of being flexible, it can indicate too much time alone for one of the partners. Some question or confusion about what's going on, wondering if they're being foolish in the relationship. So a lot of concern, a lot of worry, a lot of stress, but very much dedicated to each other. The Lovers card is one of the best cards that you could possibly have. The stress shows that these energies that we've been talking about are very much in play. Okay. In the near future, I love it. Okay. It shows that some of the worries that you've been experiencing in the partnership have been sought, and you've spoken about them. You've spoken with gentleness, kindness, and an open heart. You have come to the table with the Temperance card. You've come to the table to negotiate in a very kind, loving way, very gentle way, successfully about the stresses and the difficulties with relationship, and specifically even mature love and midlife relationships, where the relationships get very complicated because there are a lot of people. So this is great energy. Once again, I love your reading for the month. It shows a lot of growth, collaboration. It shows maturity. It shows courage. and it shows the willingness to do the work. Okay, so now we have, going into the month, the energy that my Aries people who are watching the video, the energy that you're bringing in is feeling as though you're carrying all the weight of the relationship on your shoulders. Oftentimes, you know, the feminine energy tends to feel as though they're doing all the work. The good news is that through discussion, through happiness, through maturity, through balancing the energies, you know, evening the cups up, the energy here shows success, moving to a better place after some difficulties. And again, the number 6, a lot of Gemini energy, talking, communicating, and showing a successful conclusion to what felt like a heavy burden that couldn't be handled any longer. Okay, great work, Aries. I'm very, very proud of all my Aries people this month. Great awareness, great inner work is going on, great outer work is going on, and great partnership work is going on. All right, now this card indicates how you see your partner coming into the situation. Oh, all right, now we're looking here. We're feeling one person is carrying the weight of the world. The other person feels as though they're on top and they're dominating. So this really becomes sort of an assertive, submissive kind of dynamic. So carrying that, I could see why one partner feels burdened. The other partner feels very self-righteous, very much, you know, they feel defensive. This is my position. This is my opinion. This is the way I am. And I'm not going anywhere on that. I am right here in my chariot and I am driving the chariot and I am right and I know I'm right. So this energy together is something that gets dealt with successfully here once again. You have winner, winner. I want to say chicken dinner, but I did. And because of love and caring of both partners, that's what I get. Okay, and then I get your fears for the month. Sorry, my dogs are barking. I live in the city of Chicago. Okay, the fears are that you're going to be stabbed in the back and you're going to be disappointed. Those are just fears. They have not come true. Not to worry. We can just nuke those, okay? All right, your outcome card, drum roll, please. All right, Hierophant, traditional relationship, happy, successful, using moral and spiritual values. Also, the 3 of Cups, cause for celebration. You end the summer on a positive note with your relationship, having really won the battles of life, and you've really come together, and you've created this wonderful, reliable home for your love. I'm so excited. This does indicate it could be a marriage. And with that, we have the 3 of Cups. The 3 of Cups is a celebration card. If you also notice, the 3 of Cups can look like the bridesmaids. And when we get the 3 of Cups with the Ace of Pentacles, that indicates in the traditional tarot meaning that it is an engagement ring. The Ace of Pentacles is the engagement ring. The 3 of Cups is the party or the wedding reception. Now, we don't have that yet, but the goals that you both have for marriage and for advancing the relationship are on the front burner, and you come out of the month of August having won a lot of ground. You've built a lot of trust. You know, it shows that you're committed, you're facing inner difficulties, things that you almost can't identify. It shows courage is really on your side. And it shows that, you know, being calm, remaining calm, listening to all sides of the argument. I want to congratulate Aries for having a stellar month and basically really having, once again, the courage to believe in yourself, to know that you're good enough to really advocate for an equal partnership that has a lot of love. Aries, it's been great. I've enjoyed providing this reading for you. If you'd like a private reading, you can look down below for my website for a link. Subscribe, please leave comments. I'm brand new here on YouTube. I would love to hear what you have to say, any ideas that you'd like to see me perform here in terms of readings for the collective. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Have a great August. Much love. Okay. Fucking A. You are a fucking pain in the ass. Sorry about that.